All right, let's jump right in. When I say the name Havells, what pops into your head? Probably switches, right? Or maybe some cables. But what does it really mean for a company to be modern in this day and age? Is it just about having the latest tech? Is it about being sustainable? Or is it something else entirely? Well, take a look at this. This is what Havells is making today. It's India's very first AI-powered designer air conditioner. It's got a sliding front panel, mood lighting. It's a piece of tech that literally adapts to you. This is definitely not your grandfather's electrical company. And it's not just about the flashy gadgets. See this number? 18.5. That's their ESG risk rating. Environmental, social, and governance. It puts them in the low-risk category, which is basically top of the class in the entire electrical equipment industry. So yeah, they're not just innovative, they are incredibly responsible. And that really brings us to the big question for this whole explainer. How does a company go from being a small trading post in Delhi to a global powerhouse that's crushing it in both high-tech and sustainability? There's a secret sauce here, a blueprint, and we are about to unfold it. To really get what Havells is all about today, we have to look way beyond just the simple light switch. Their story is so much bigger. You see, all that cool stuff, the AI, those amazing sustainability scores, that didn't just happen by accident. It was all built on a set of principles, a blueprint that was laid out decades ago by its founder. So let's dig in and see just how this modern legacy was designed. So the journey kicks off way back in the 1950s. The founder, Kimat Rai Gupta, is running a small trading business. Then, in '71, he buys the Havells brand. And by the '80s, he's manufacturing his own stuff. But here's the real game changer. 2007. They acquired the global lighting giant Sylvania for $300 million. And just like that, bam, Havells was on the world stage. So how did he manage that kind of explosive growth? Well, his son, Anil Rai Gupta, gives us the key right here. This quote tells you everything. His philosophy wasn't about micromanaging. It was about trusting people, empowering them, and letting them find their own way to get the job done. And this philosophy got baked right into the company's DNA through these core values. Entrepreneurship, humility, ethics. These weren't just nice words to put on a poster. No, this became the actual operating system for the company. The thing that let it grow like crazy while keeping its soul. This was the founder's blueprint in action. Okay, so now we've seen the blueprint. Let's see how it built a modern manufacturing powerhouse. A huge part of that blueprint was a total obsession with quality. And the best way to control quality? Make it yourself. That's why Havells has total control over its 20,000 plus products. And today, that means they're all in on Industry 4.0. We're talking AI, IoT, the whole shebang, to create smarter factories that are truly world-class. Their whole approach to R&D boils down to three really clear pillars that come straight from those founding values. First, start with the customer. Solve their actual problems. Second, own the technology. Develop it in-house so you control your own destiny. And third, take full responsibility for a product's entire life, from the first sketch to the final recycling bin. And this right here illustrates the result perfectly. On the left, you've got a next-gen circuit breaker. That's their deep expertise in the core electrical stuff. And on the right, a smart energy monitor that basically acts as a personal assistant for your home. This is their whole journey in two pictures, from mastering components to creating an entire smart home ecosystem. But being a truly modern company isn't just about profits and products, right? It's also about how you treat people and the planet. Their network is just massive. They're connected with hundreds of thousands of electricians, retailers, and dealers. But their impact goes way beyond business. We're talking 32 crores spent on corporate social responsibility, including handing out over 230,000 health and sanitation kits. They're literally building what they call social and relationship capital. And these big numbers have real faces. Just listen to the story of Rajani, a domestic worker in Mumbai. Through a program called Project Bala, she got access to menstrual health education and sustainable products. This simple thing restored her confidence, her dignity, and let her work without worry. It's a powerful reminder of how corporate action can create real personal change. And their commitment to the planet is just as serious. Havells has planted over 400,000 trees. But that's not all. They've got a huge solar power capacity, and they recycle 42% of the water they use. They are actively trying to shrink their carbon footprint every single day. Internally, this all ties together in what they call a people-first culture. Remember that founder's philosophy? Well, it's alive and well today in a flat structure that cuts down on hierarchy and encourages everyone to speak up and share their ideas. So we've seen the blueprint, the innovation, the commitment to people. Where does all that leave Havells today? Well, the numbers are pretty impressive. A revenue of over 21,000 crores, a net worth north of 8,000 crores, and more than 100 patents granted. Make no mistake, this is a powerful, profitable, and seriously innovative market leader. Looking ahead, Havells has a road with both opportunities and challenges. Things like favorable government policies and a growing demand for premium, trusted brands could really fuel their growth. But they also have to navigate things like volatile prices for materials, global trade weirdness, and the constant pressures of climate change and keeping their best talent happy. So in the end, the Havells story proves that purpose and profit can absolutely be wired together. Their journey from a tiny shop to a global force was guided by this clear blueprint of values, innovation, and responsibility. And it leaves us all with a final question to think about. For the next generation of companies, what's their blueprint going to be for building a legacy that truly lasts?